Hi everyone, it is me, Sailor Jupiter, Lita here, and today I'm going to talk about our time on USA. Now I guess I should go in order, we should go in the way it was. Now, keep in mind, our show was first on UPN and on WB before we even got to USA. And our time on UPN started out in 9 between 95 YL, and that was it. Just the first two followings, and then UPN was done with us. The watch time wasn't there, you know. Same thing when being on WB, that was the same thing too. The watch time wasn't there either. Now, I know a lot of folks out there will guilt them and say, oh, well, they didn't put them on a good time slot. Well, I think about 6 in the morning or 7 in the morning is really a good time, is a good time. But at the same time, I don't really know if there was any kids awake at that time to watch it. Now, no need what the forgiveness was for UPN and WB putting us on the time slot. It didn't work out. And yes, soon that led us to, not being only on UPN, but also on WB at the time. A lot of Sailor Moon followers don't know that. But we had a deal with UPN and a deal with WB back in the day. And both of those, and when those both deals came to an end, same year, 9 between 95 YL, and the times were the same, 6 o'clock or, 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, then, then led us to our time on USA. And keep in mind, being on USA was probably a cool thing at the same time. And, well, that only ran for a year, 9 between 97 YL. Then new ownership took over and felt that drawing shows for children no longer fit USA, and that's how we lost our USA deal, but that's how every other show on there lost its USA deal. And later on, it led to us getting our deal with Cartoon from 9 between 98 YL till 2003 YL. And Cartoon, and what time were we on when we had our USA deal? Oh, 7 in the morning, Monday through Thursday. Why? I don't know. Anyway, then we got our Cartoon deal from 9 between 98 YL until about 2003 YL. Now our Cartoon deal was a little unlike the UPN and the WB and the USA before it. We got that 4:30 in the afterday time slot. Now, I want to think our watch time was alright for being on Cartoon. I can't truly tell you, and some folks felt that that was a good time for our show to be on. But who knows? And Cartoon had us longer than UPN and WB and USA did. Well, that was if you were in the 4-1 Reichs. If you were in the settled land, you got to see it on a Farsi or Folkwork called Ytv. And Ytv ran it from 9 between 95 YL, I guess, until 2003 YL. Now, to say if that was a good fit for a good work for us, your guess is as good as mine. Now, a lot of folks might wonder, why did some Folkworks not go all the way out for us? Well, first off, I can't speak for UPN or WB. My guess was the watch time wasn't there, the looking wasn't there. And their forgivenesses will be, well, the forgivenesses for them would be, oh, well, we didn't know anyone was awake at 6 in the morning or 7 in the morning to watch this show. Well, you could not guilt it on what was going on in the show, though. Whatever the grounds is, it just did not, meet. you know, it just did not meet, whatever their standard. Um, for the grounds, just did not meet the UPN and WB standard. And we all know that UPN kids, uh, which they ran all those things on, they got a deal with Disney, so Disney started putting some of their things on there. And WB kids ran for many years until the CW became a thing. And as far as USA's, live drawing fast, or USA's, utmost work team, well, that lasted until the new ownership came along, and not between 97, why Ellen said live drawing shows and films on USA wouldn't fit anymore. And as far as cartoon went, or live drawing folk work went, well, they kept us on until Deke later on, and Chloe lost the rights until their broadcast deal came to an end. And the same will be said for YTV. Now, some of you folks out there might think, well, didn't we get a deal with Fox? We may have gotten a deal with Fox, and we may have not. Back in the day, I don't know. Now, you might think to yourself, well, you might think that some of you folks out there might think, well, what about to save our, wonder why only those Folkworks? I don't know. Why those were the only Folkworks that ever had us on? I don't know. We were lucky to have gotten those deals, and we got them. Now that's all I know about being our time on UPN and WB and USA and Cartoon and YTV. I don't. That's all I can think about it. So let me know what you think about that. Anyway, that's all the time we got. If you like this film, then follow me over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the other film we made yesterday over here. I, Sailor Jupiter Lita, and I'll see you later. Bye.